Hi everybody. So there was a lot going on last night with Chantal and in my Jim Jams cosy, and she apparently went into Nader's chat at about 5 o'clock in the morning, and she can't have been drunk. I wouldn't have thought they got any alcohol in that room. I hesitate to call it an apartment. She certainly wasn't high, unless she was high on hunger, making her sort of acting as hallucinogenic. I don't know. Does it do that? But she got carried away in the chat, and her community post there, if you can see it, I'll read it out. Hi, I should never have let myself get triggered last night. I am sorry to all. There were 3 different foodie beauties in the Trashies live stream, if you can see that. They obsess and talk about us every time, I guess, meaning her and Saleh. I made the mistake before bed of looking up my name on here, on YouTube, and allowed myself to get triggered by old drama. It was wrong, and it will never happen again. FB, Foodie Beauty. So she expects everybody to believe that that there were another 3 Foodie Beauties in the chat. Well, I'm calling her out on that. I'm calling her bullshit. Because DeeDee actually went back to the IP address or the profile and found that it actually was the real Foodie Beauty. So, I've got a few questions. I've written a couple down actually, in case I forget. So, well, the first one's obvious. Are they happily married or not? Foodie and Saleh. They're still in the honeymoon phase of their marriage. When they really should be in a position of not being able to get enough of each other, either emotionally or physically. None of that rings true, does it? So what I would say is, when Foodie was in that chat with Nader and DeeDee, where was Saleh? Was he asleep in bed? Does he even stay there overnight? Because I'm beginning, to have a few doubts about that, and maybe it's just a marriage on paper for convenience, for the duration of a stay, or for say 6 months, just to get the ball rolling with regards to his sponsorship, and they'll get married again when he goes to Canada. I really don't know. But once she returns to Canada, Foodie, both Nader and DeeDee last night were inviting her to go round to their place. Nader said, I will feed you. He also said, I will let you kiss my feet. Now, do you believe that's a throwaway line? Because I don't. I think that there's a lot behind what went on before, when she was muff diving with DeeDee, and certainly Nader found it a turn on. I think that DeeDee probably did worth risking a job for, and I think in her own way that Chantal did, despite how she protested. She did it, and she did it more than once. Muff diving. She said that she thought she was gay, and then she thought she was bi. I don't know whether Saleh is aware of these things that she said. But, you know, I believe that degenerate perverts are the two words that come to my mind in regard to the throuple, the three of them. Degenerate perverts. And just like a drug that you don't want to give up sniffing, then I believe that the experience with the three of them in the bedroom is also something that they would all like to repeat. That is just my opinion. As everything I'm saying is just my opinion. But I'm not stupid. And I think when Foodie gets back, then DeeDee's condo will probably be her third point of call. She'll have to go home first to shower, change her clothes, then go off to get some wheelchairs, maybe some wine, round to DeeDee's, and the whole horrible, nasty, degenerate, perverted throuple will commence. Difference being this time that we may not know about it because she's a married woman now, remember. So, where exactly was Saleh? Was he there in bed? Did he not realise that she was still up at 5 o'clock in the morning and on YouTube? So, does he even care actually? As long as he gets his sponsorship and eventual citizenship to Canada. So, write down. Yeah, I think, and again, this is just my opinion, you know, Chantal, what you have to remind yourselves is she's a liar. She's a compulsive and very, occasionally she can be quite a convincing liar to some. Gaslighting, it's what she does best. Gaslighting to the point where, you know, you might want to bang your head against the wall because everything seems obtuse and stupid and nonsensical, because it is. You know, that's the way it is. And if Saleh reads what was going on in the chat, I'm sure Foodie will be saying, well, there were 3 other Chantels in the chat. I was set up. That wasn't me saying that. It wasn't me. I shouldn't have gone in the chat. But they baited me. And the reason they baited me was because they had these other Chantels in there to start off all this furore, you know, and try and cause problems between us. That's what she'll say to him. And she'll just, you know, she'll just want to bring total confusion to Saleh. And I wouldn't think he's too difficult to confuse. She'll be saying something like, I chose to be with you. Above him, I could have had him back. Didn't want him. What he did to me, I didn't want him. I don't want him. I don't want to be anywhere near them. The reason I was in that chat was because I was baited and because I saw somebody was there using my name. And that's what she's going to say. And that's what she's going to stick to. There were 3 other foodies in that chat. 3 other Chantels. And, all right, I keep putting this light on to get a bit of lighting. So there were 3 other Chantels, and she'll say to Saleh, please, Saleh, turning on the waterworks, don't let this prey on your mind or play on your mind, because that's what they want. That's what Nader wants. That's what DeeDee wants. That's what my haters want. That's what the reaction channels want. They want the drama. There was no drama there. There were 3 other Chantels in that chat. And I wasn't the one saying certain things. That wasn't me. So that's what she's going to do, is my belief. Yeah, in short, Chantal, Saleh, is going to manipulate the out of you, and you're going to lap it up. And to the Beezers, Chantal is going to manipulate the out of you, and you're going to lap it up. So, the other thing is, as well, some of it could have been concocted between Foodie and Nader, because their views are rubbish compared to what they were. She had a very small, in comparison, paycheck this month, and they're going to need to get more views, so they're going to need to stir up more drama. And she could have very well said to Saleh, this is what I'm going to have to do, honey, otherwise we're not going to have a decent paycheck again next month. Only honey didn't realise how far it was going to go, and honey didn't realise exactly what was going to be said by Chantal or by Nader. So, the other thing I'd like to know, and I'm sure we'd all like to know it, is what's the deal? What's the real deal, the meal deal, with Chantal saying she's never going to have to worry about money again? Well, darling, you were eating noodles the other day and moaning about it. So if you don't have to worry about money, just shut your fat gob, you know. But you're not. You're complaining, and you're not so subtly e-begging, you know. What did you get, $8 in a super chat? Wow. So what's the deal if you don't have to worry about money again? Because clearly Saleh isn't well heeled. He doesn't have 2 dinars to rub together, unless you give it him as pocket money. So what's the deal that you don't have to worry about money again? Is somebody sponsoring you to sponsor Saleh? Or has it been just one whole big fabrication, and that Saleh made you believe that he came from a wealthy, ruling Kuwaiti or Syrian family? I don't know. He lives in one room. People are saying it's a dorm, without a kitchen, without a bathroom. I don't know, is it? It certainly seems not much bigger than this bedroom. And I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these rooms in my house, just for me. Aren't I lucky? But I guess you're going stir crazy stuck there. And I would be as well. If somebody had got me out to Kuwait with the promise of marriage, with the promise that he was going to look after me for the rest of my life, with the promise of starting a family and surrogacy and all that business, which is going to cost a lot of money, with the promise of you're never going to have to worry about money, honey, again, because I'm going to take care of you. So what's the real deal? Did Saleh catfish you like you catfished him? He was expecting a pleasantly plump woman, you know, who needed to lose maybe £100 or so. And what he got was you. And you, of course, didn't get the wealthy, well-heeled, suited and booted businessman that you expected. You got a Syrian refugee with nothing in the way of material things. As I say, maybe he's got wealthy relatives who want him. See, I've got this down here, look at it going like this. Maybe he's got wealthy relatives who are in Canada and who want him to be sponsored to go over there and who are paying you well to do that. I don't know. But from what I perceive and what was going on last night, I really don't know. I don't. I think that you and Saleh are using each other. I think that maybe there is a financial deal involved. I also think that when you go back to Canada, you'll be back on that purple mattress in Lachine, huffing and puffing and muff diving for all you're worth. Loving that for you. Back later, everybody. Bye-bye.